Hi guys, welcome to lesson number 4 of the chapter Life Process. Now see here, a pumping organ is needed to push the blood around the body. This pumping organ is called heart. এতিয়া আমাৰ হোল বডিত ব্লাডটো পুশ কৰিবৰ কাৰণে এটা পাম্পিং অৰ্গেন needed. So সেই পাম্পিং অৰ্গেনটো হৈছে হাৰ্ট. So heart is the involuntary pump. হাৰ্টটোৱে যেতিয়া পাম্প কৰে, involuntarily pump কৰে. That means it pumps without our will. Now let us see human heart. As you can see here, human heart is present in the left side of our chest cavity. Can you see here? So now let us see the features of human heart. It is muscular organ. So human heart to hoise eta muscular organ. Size of the human fist. So human heartor size to hoise amar hator muthir homan. Can you see the image here? Okay. So it is covered by pericardial membrane. Now look at the diagram. Diagramটো দেখিছা যে তোমালোকে এই হাৰ্টৰ আউটসাইডত এটা কভাৰিং আছে. Can you see here? So it is called pericardial membrane. So peri means outer, membrane means covering, and cardial means heart. So heart is covered by an outer covering. It is called pericardial membrane. Weight of the heart is about 360 gram. So heartor weight to hoise about 360 gram. Now see here, internal the heart is divided into right and left sides. So our heartor ভিতৰতে দুটা sides of divide কৰা হৈছে. এটা হৈছে right আৰু ইটো হৈছে left side. Now it has got 4 chambers. চাৰিটা chamber আছে, দুটা ওপৰত আৰু দুটা তলত. So two chambers, two upper chambers are called atria or the atrium, and two lower chambers are called ventricles. So see here, this is the right side of the heart and this is the left side of the heart. So the upper right side is called the right atrium and the lower right side is called the right ventricle. And the left upper chamber is called the left atrium and this lower left chamber is called the left ventricle. Clear everybody? Now look here, between the atria and ventricles there is an opening. So atria aru ventricles er mazot eta opening ase. Can you see here? So this opening is guarded by a valve. আৰু এই opening দুটাক valve guard কৰি ৰাখে. The valves prevent the backflow of blood. That is, they allow the blood to flow only in one direction from atria to ventricles. এতিয়া সেই valvesৰ functionটো হৈছে কি bloodটো যাতে backflow নকৰে. That means এই bloodটো যেতিয়া atriaৰ পৰা ventriclesলৈ সোমায়, it is a one direction flow only, okay? আৰু যাতে ventriclesৰ পৰা atriaলৈ আকৌ উভতি নাযায় হেতুৰ কাৰণে valvesে prevent কৰে bloodটোক. So basically valves it allows the blood to flow only in one direction. Now see here, the right side of the heart always deals with oxygenated blood. So a right side of the blood এই সাইডটোৱে সদায় deoxygenated bloodৰ লগত deal কৰে. Whereas the right side of the heart always deals with oxygenated blood. Into a left side of the heart, it deals with the deoxygenated blood. So see, this is the right atrium, right? Now a big vein enters the right atrium from upper part of the body. Etia amar upper part of the body পৰা এটা big vein in right atriumত entry হৈছে. Can you see here? So this is called the superior vena cava. So a superior vena cava to হৈছে এটা big vein যোনটো আমাৰ upper part of the body পৰা entry হৈছে in right atriumত. And a big vein enters the right ventricle. So guys, see, there is a slight mistake. It should be ventricle, okay? So right ventricle from lower part of the body. Now can you see here? So amar a lower part of the body pra a right ventricle at eta big vein entry hoise. So etu koi inferior vena cava. So upor pra aha vein to koi superior vena cava aru tolor pra aha to koi inferior vena cava. And this is the right ventricle. An artery leaves the right ventricle and divides into two branches. One branch enters the right lung and the other branch enters the left lung. So, a artery to our right ventricular pra ulai duta branch divide hoise. Can you see here? These are the two branches. So, eta branch a right lungot humaise aru itu branch left lungot humaise. Clear everybody? Now these are called the pulmonary artery. And this is the left atrium, okay? So see here, four veins enter the left atrium. Two from the right lung and two from the left lung. এতিয়া এই left atriumতে চাৰিডাল vein সোমাইছে, okay? এই left atriumত. So দুটা right lungৰ পৰা as you can see here and দুটা left lungৰ পৰা. So these are called pulmonary veins. Clear everybody? Now see here, this is the lower left chamber. It is called the left ventricle, right? Now the largest artery of the body leaves the left ventricle. So this is an important point. Etia amar body largest artery dalok ki buli koy? Yes, it is called aorta. So this is called aorta. Okay, etia swa a aorta to amar left ventricle or pra ulai goise. Okay, can you see in the diagram? Okay, I hope everybody is clear now. Now let us study the working of the heart. Imagine this is a heart. So ami janu je amar heartot 4ta chamber ase. So the right upper chamber is called the right atrium. Lower right chamber is called the right ventricle. The upper left chamber is called the left atrium, and the lower left chamber is called the left ventricle. So see, the deoxygenated blood from the body is brought into the right atrium by both the vena cava. এতিয়া আমি জানো যে আমাৰ ৰাইট সাইডৰ হাৰ্টটোৱে সদায় ডিঅক্সিজেনেটেড ব্লাডৰ লগত ডিল কৰে, আৰু এতিয়া সেই ডিঅক্সিজেনেটেড ব্লাডটো আমাৰ বডিৰ পৰা এই ভেনা কাভা দুটাৰেদি ৰাইট এট্ৰিয়ামত সোমায়। সো আমি জানো যে দুটা ভেনা কাভা, এটা হৈছে সুপিৰিয়ৰ ভেনা কাভা আৰু আনটো হৈছে ইনফিৰিয়ৰ ভেনা কাভা। সো দিছ টু ভেনা কাভা দে ক্যাৰি দ্য deoxygenated blood from the body to the right atrium. Clear everybody? Now the blood passes into the right ventricle through the valve. Etia he deoxygenated blood to right atrium or pra right ventricle le humai through the valve. So through valve the deoxygenated blood enters from the right atrium to the right ventricle. Now after that, from the right ventricle, the deoxygenated blood is carried to the lungs for oxygenation by the pulmonary artery. It is here to have blood to deoxygenated hoi ase, so he deoxygenated blood to lungs ole send kore through pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery edi he deoxygenated blood to lungs ole send kore oxygenate koribo karne. Okay, so this is the pulmonary artery. Now the oxygenated blood from the lungs is brought into the left atrium by the pulmonary veins. So etia lungsot he deoxygenated blood to oxygenate hoar pisot pulmonary veins edi in left atriumot he oxygenated blood khini humai. Now the blood passes into the left ventricle through the valve, aru he oxygenated blood khini left or atrium or pra left ventricle le valve edi humai. Clear everybody? Well, now from the left ventricle, the oxygenated blood is supplied to all the parts of the body through the aorta. Etia he left ventricle or pra oxygenated blood to amar gute body parts le kune supply kore? Yes, through this aorta. Aorta supplies the oxygenated blood from the left ventricle to all the body parts. Clear everybody? Well, now see here, in one cycle the blood passes through the heart twice. Therefore, the circulation in human beings is known as double circulation. So, human beings circulation took double circulation buli koa hoy karon blood to amar heart edi dubar pass hoise. So, ebar he right side or heart to deoxygenated blood to lungs ole send kore, where it becomes oxygenated and then returns back to the heart. After that, the left pump sends the newly oxygenated blood around the body. So this is why it is known as the circulation in human beings is double circulation. And this is the vertical section of human heart. I hope everybody is clear now. So a pumping organ is needed to push the blood around the body along with a network of tubes to reach all the tissues. So eta pumping organ dorkar jate guti blood to push koribo pare amar whole body le. Logote blood to guti amar tissues bilakole pabole hole kisumane tubes or network dorkar. So those network of tubes are called blood vessels. Now look here, this is the heart. The aorta divides to form arteries. Etia he aorta to divides hoy artery as you can see here. Now on reaching the tissues, the arteries divide and redivide into smaller vessels called capillaries. So jetia he arteries to tissues bilakole pai ki jetia tahati redivide hoy kisuman horu vessels hole, aru he horu vessels bilakok koy capillaries as you can see here. Exchange of materials takes place between the blood and the surrounding cells across the thin walls of the capillaries. Now see here, ব্লাড আৰু এই সাৰাউণ্ডিং সেলছৰ মাজত কিছুমান materials exchange হয় okay across the thin walls of the capillaries এই সৰু সৰু পাতলা পাতলা wall capillaries wall এদি কিছুমান blood আৰু surrounding মাজত materials বোৰ exchange হয় as you can see here. Now the capillaries join together to form veins which take the blood away from the organ towards the heart. এতিয়া এই capillaries বিলাকে একেলগ হৈ vein form কৰে okay আৰু vein form হোৱাৰ পিছত এই vein বিলাকেদি blood to আমাৰ organৰ পৰা heartলে লৈ যায়. So see here, this is the vein. It carries the blood from the organ towards the heart. Now see here the blood vessels. So there are two types of blood vessels. One is the arteries and the other one is veins. So basically arteries, it carries blood from the heart, whereas veins, it brings back blood to the heart. So arteries or ক্ষেত্ৰত কি হয় blood to heartৰ পৰা carry কৰি লৈ যায় কিন্তু veins কি কৰে সেই blood to it brings back to the heartলে আকৌ উভতাই লৈ আনে. Arteries have to tolerate high pressure. So arteries বিলাকে heartৰ পৰা লৈ যাওঁতে blood to এটা high pressure তাহাঁতি tolerate কৰিবলগীয়া হয় কিন্তু veins they do not tolerate high pressure. Veins যেতিয়া blood to heartলে লৈ আনে তেতিয়া একো তেনেকুৱা high pressure tolerate কৰিবলগীয়া নহয়. Arteries they are thick and elastic walls. So arteries বিলাক কেনেকুৱা অলপ ঠিক হয় আৰু elastic walls আছে. Whereas veins not thick walled have valves to prevent backflow of blood. কিন্তু veins বিলাক thick wall নহয় আৰু তাত কিছুমান valves আছে. So valvesৰ roleটো হৈছে যাতে blood to backflow হৈ নাযায়. Okay? Now see here the difference between arteries and veins. এটো তোমালোকৰ হয়তো এক্সামত আহিব পাৰে যে difference kita কি So this is an important chart. So we know that arteries, it carries blood from heart to different parts. So arteries bilake blood to heartor pra different body parts le loi jay. Kintu veins blood to different parts of the body pra blood to carry kori loi ane heartole. Arteries they carry blood in under high pressure. So arteries bilake blood to high pressure carry kore. Kintu veins they do not carry blood under high pressure. Arteries they are thick and elastic walls I already told you whereas veins thin walls and less elastic. So vein bilak bahut thin hoy aru less elastic iman elasticity nai. Arteries or valves are absent ase valves are absent whereas veins valves are present to prevent backflow. So jihetu blood to body para heart ole anibo lagibo so he karone veins bilakot valves ase jate blood to ako backflow hoy na jay. Arteries they carry oxygenated blood except pulmonary artery. Etia arteries bilake body mane heartor para different body parts le jetia blood to carry kori loi jay it carries the oxygenated blood except pulmonary artery. This is an important thing okay he pulmonary artery oxygenated blood to carry nokore. We already got to know that pulmonary artery hodai deoxygenated blood to left side of the heartor para lungs le oxygenated koribo karone send kore okay whereas in veins carry deoxygenated blood except pulmonary veins kintu veins bilake hodai deoxygenated blood to carry kore heartole except the pulmonary veins. So pulmonary veins se hodai oxygenated blood to he carry kore from the lungs to the left side of the heart. I hope everybody is clear. Now see here the double circulation. So we already got to know that what is double circulation. Jot our heart or dubar blood to flow hoy, right side or pra jetia heart to deoxygenated hoy pelai lungs ot oxygenate hoy tarpa he oxygenated blood to lungs or pra left side heart to entry hoy oxygenated blood hisabe tarpa ako he left side of a heart or pra oxygenated blood to amar body le supply kore. So whole this process is known as double circulation. Now as you can see here, these are the lung capillaries. This is the pulmonary veins from lungs. So pulmonary veins se ki blood carry kore? Yes, it carries the oxygenated blood. This is the aorta. So aorta it sends the oxygenated blood to all the body parts. And these are the capillaries. So capillaries in the body part from the lungs. These are the network of capillaries. So this is the diagram. Now see the heart, the pumping organ. When the blood flows through the blood vessels It exerts force on the wall of the blood vessels. যেতিয়া blood vessels এদি bloodটো flow হয় তেতিয়া সেই blood vesselsৰ wallত এটা force exert হয়. Now this pressure is greater in the arteries than the veins. আৰু এইটো pressure veinsতকে arteriesত বেছি পৰে. Now see, heartbeat has two phases. They are contraction and relaxation. So contraction is called as systole and relaxation is called as diastole. Alright? Now see, pressure in artery during ventricular contraction is called systolic pressure. So ventricular contraction ote artery pora pressure took systolic pressure বুলি কয়. It is measured as 120 mmHg. So this is basically a unit to measure blood pressure. The pressure in artery during ventricular relaxation is called diastolic pressure. So ventricular relaxation ote artery jete pressure to pore he pressure took diastolic pressure বুলি কয়. And it is measured as 80 mmHg. So tumalko etu examot ahibo pare je what is systolic and diastolic pressure. Okay, and how it is measured. Well, now see here, the blood pressure is measured by an instrument called as a sphygmomanometer. So tumalko etu examot hudibo pare je ami amar blood pressure to kontu instrument edi measure koru. It is the sphygmomanometer, as you can see here. Look here, a system to repair the damage from time to time if it is damaged. So eta system dorkar hoy jetia amar body kiba damage hoy he damage to repair koribole time to time. So to repair of the damaged network it is done by the platelets. So ei platelets bilake time to time amar body thwa damage bilakok repair kore. So this basically platelets are a type of blood cell. A cut damages the network of blood vessels causes leakage in a closed system. So amar jodi blood vessels ote keneba ke cut khai he tetia he blood vessels to damage hoy jay. Okay, and it causes leakage in a closed system. Jihetu amar blood vessels to eta closed system aru he cut khale blood vessels to leak hoy jay. Okay, so this would leads to loss of blood and loss of pressure. So hetia he blood vessels jetia cut khai tetia kisuman amar blood loss hoy. Okay, and it leads to loss of pressure aru tetia pressure to komi jay. This reduces the efficiency of the pumping system. Aru tetia pressure to kom hor loge loge amar pumping system ot efficiency to komi jay. So the blood platelets do the work of plugging these leaks by clotting the blood at the point of injury. So etia he blood platelets bilake am jetia kisuman leak hoy he leak hoa blood to clot kore at the point of injury. Clear everybody? So guys, now let us see circulation. So we have already completed blood circulation. Now let us learn about lymph. Now see, blood it is made up of two components. They are liquid and cells. So liquid it has plasma and blood cells they have RBC. So RBC it stands for red blood corpuscles. WBC it stands for white blood corpuscles and platelets. So ami janu je blood to duta component re bonwa hoy. Eta hoise liquid aru antu hoise cells. So liquid ot ase plasma aru blood cells ot ase RBC, WBC aru platelets. So if we remove the cells from the blood, what remains is plasma. So etia ami jodi bloodor pra ei cells kini remove kori diu tetia ki thakiboge okol plasma thakibo. Okay, so this plasma it is basically a liquid. Now plasma it is made up of water, proteins and dissolved solutes. So etia plasma to ki di bonwa thake. It is made up of water, pani, kisman proteins aru dissolved solutes. Etia soa amar heartor pra juntu artery ulai he artery to tissue le jetia jay tat kisuman capillaries ole divide hoy, as you can see here. Okay, and these are tissue and these are the tissue spaces, and the blue one is the vein. So see here, when the blood flows through the capillaries, some amount of water, proteins and dissolved solutes escape out from the pores of the capillaries into the tissue spaces. Jetia capillaries edi blood to flow hoy tetia he capillaries ot kisuman pores thake. Alright, aru he pores edi pani, proteins aru kisuman dissolved solutes to escape hoy kot humai ge? Yes, inside the tissue spaces, as you can see here. It occupies the tissue spaces. Now this forms the tissue fluid. And tetia etat fluid form hoy, hetu koi tissue fluid. Clear? It is also called as lymph. It is light yellow in color. So he tissue fluid tuk lymph buliu kwa hoy. Our lymph to dekhibole kenekwa ya rong to ki? It is light yellow in color. It is similar to blood plasma except that it has very less amount of proteins in it. So etia he lymph to blood plasma nisna similar. Kintu lymphot blood plasma ke proteins to kom ke ase, okay? But proteins are much more in blood plasma. Now see, lymph drains into lymphatic capillaries from the tissue spaces which finally open into the veins. এতিয়া লিম্ফটো এই টিস্যু স্পেচৰ পৰা ড্ৰেইন হৈ lymphatic capillaries এদি গৈ ক'ত open হয়গে? Yes, in the veins, as you can see here. It gets drained into the vein. Now the lymph carries digested and absorbed fat from the intestine and drains excess fluid from extracellular space back into the blood. So এতিয়া চোৱা lymph কি carry কৰে? So lymph intestine পৰা digested আৰু fat to carry কৰাৰ লগতে আমাৰ যোনটো extracellular space থাকে সেই space বিলাকত কিছুমান excess fluid থাকে সেই fluid বোৰ drain কৰি দিয়ে ক'লে into the blood. Clear everybody? Okay guys, so in case you have any doubt you can comment your doubt and we are ready to help you. So guys, we are done for the lesson number 4. Thank you.